evening, everyone. It is time for yet another late night live stream, hosted by yours truly, Diihaa. Tonight, we're playing more Wright Dual Destinies. We are playing. Okay, there we go. You know, OBS can be a fickle mistress sometimes. So we will continue. That is what I want to do. There we go. Forgot that I remapped my my Xbox controller to the Nintendo button layout. So it's like I should just not look at my controller and go with my muscle memory. So if I look down, I will discombobulate myself. Special episode. Yes, we are still doing a little bit of investigating here and there. Saw pearls. We got juiced up by that came out very weirdly. Our Magatama was juiced up by pearls. And now we continue. So I believe last time, looking around, Athena stood there and then she got bonked in the head. We need to look for a murder weapon. Gotta look around this crime scene again. What up, Orla? The meat is probably not a murder weapon. No. Need a different angle. And she got bonked by a ball. Well, I sure can hit that ball hard. I didn't think she was gonna spike it at me like that. I guess that must mean she likes me. I gladly accept her expression of affection. Damn, Athena. You're really desperate for that. That whale, huh? Not how I would have interpreted that, but whatever floats your boat. Somehow I don't think the ball was a murder weapon. Unless the ball was filled with lead. So she stood there already. Hey, look at the mark in the floor. What do you suppose it is? That's where we stand when we want to play volleyball with Orla. Volleyball, huh? Yeah, if we stand there, she'll spike the ball right at us. So when Orla spiked the ball at me earlier, that was one of her tricks? It doesn't mean she hates me? Nah, she wanted to play with you. She loves volleyball. She used to play with the captain all the time. Oh. Aw, Sasha looks so sad. Okay, time to snap out of it. This is no time to be all dejected and mopey like a blobfish. It's right. Time to put on a smile and stay strong, right? It's a blobfish, or do I not want to know? Okay, Phoenix, they'll become relevant in meme culture in like, I don't know, 5 years from your time. Maybe 3 is the better estimate. I feel like blobfishes are somewhat the mainstay. I'm looking around. I don't see much swords up there, but it won't let me inspect them. Anchors. Have we seen everything here? It's times like these where I wish I had the fucking Danganronpa investigation vision. Seems like we already saw it that way. Let's look at this angle. Wanted. Oh my god, Sasha's wanted. Oh, this is new. It's like a control panel for that crane apparatus. There's sure a lot of buttons. When I see this many buttons, I start to get fidgety. I know what you mean. I start itching to push them, right? Nah, I start itching to make a psychological study of people who want to push buttons. Oh. Need I remind you that I'm your boss? not your guinea pig? Why not both? I mean, Takumi has taught me to be a great guinea pig. I didn't mean to go in that angle. I meant to inspect the door. Doors are slightly open, and there are police officers standing guard outside. I guess they're watching to make sure we don't try any funny business. Well, now that you've said it, I suddenly feel the urge to do something... time to do something funny. How about if I suddenly break out some squat exercises? That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, that might cause a few raised eyebrows in ways you don't want, Athena. Oh. You don't want any weirdos looking at your bum. Is there really nothing else? I feel like... Oh, this is new. Oh, never mind. God damn it. My Xbox and my Nintendo muscle memories are getting mixed up again. Hey look, there's an apparatus here to hang from. I don't think it's for people to hang from. It's more like a crane to move things with. But Sasha was hanging out from it during the Swashbuckler Spectacular. I bet there are all kinds of ways to use it, not just to move things. Come on, boss, try thinking outside the box. Is you trying to say I have a narrow-minded view of things? Perhaps. I feel like that could be a significant factor. Really nothing else? I'm like going all the way around. No weapons, nothing. Oh, this is new? Doesn't look like the ladder goes all the way down to the bottom of the pool. There's usually water in the pool, so it doesn't need to. So apparently, the pool spans 2 whole floors. Ordinarily, visitors only get to see what they can from the first floor. But they said on TV that they sometimes give behind-the-scenes tours. Sounds like that Swashbuckler Spectacular show you recorded is really coming in handy. She's a big fan. I'm just gonna go, like, snake back and forth. Just to check that I've inspected everything. Okay. Done that. That just brings me to the other view, so... Oh, voila. For some reason that's new. Well, there's not going to notice me from here. Better move around to the front. Oh. Okay, that's it for sure. But this... This new? No. Bunch of hats, some pipes, the big meat. Still go inspect this once more. Oh, there's a coin. I didn't notice that before. Bloody? What's this? A coin? Mr. Wright! There's blood on it! Right, but it's dried. You think it could be the victims? And what was it doing all the way over here in the first place? I've got it. The coin is the murder weapon. I'm not sure, but now that we've found blood outside the pool, this might help us prove that there's more to this case than just accidental death. Hey, you're right. Orla certainly can't leave the pool after all. Blood-stained coin. A single coin seems to have fallen by the side of the orca pool. Interesting. Speaking of coins, take a look at this. There are a few coins around the body here, too. Oh, maybe someone dropped a treasure chest on his head. That's how they killed him. You're right, boss, but where did they go? They aren't here anymore. I mean, look at that picture. It's clear. It's like some kind of blunt force trauma. You don't think somebody picked them up, do you? Hey, Sasha, would you happen to know anything about this coin? Oh, I guess I missed one. Just finished cleaning up the rest of them. You picked up all the coins already? That's right. After the police finished their investigation, they gave me the go-ahead. I haven't found them all yet, though. I'm still missing a few. Well, if they aren't beside the pool, maybe they're in the pool. Let's go to that ladder over there and take a peek at the bottom of the pool, boss. Will this still be bloody in the water? I can't see anything from here. I'll have to take a look by the ladder. Okay, fine. Ooh, shiny. Look, I think I see something on the bottom of the pool. Hee, I knew it. Want me to go down and check? You can't jump in dressed like that. I'll drown under the weight of your clothes. No, I won't. I'm a pretty good swimmer, you know? Be that as it may, the pools are really deep. I doubt you can hold your breath that long. Maybe Sasha can? Oh shit, here we go, Sasha. Phew! Phoenix, look at all these coins I found at the bottom. Thanks, Sasha. I love this sprite so much. Because it's not a sprite. I love this pose. Very cute. There are really more of them down there, huh? She's so happy. You seem to be finding them all over. I wonder how many there are altogether. Including the ones I put away. There are 300 of them for the show. Holy. Sounds like they'd be heavy. About 7 pounds, I'd say. A little lighter than the stringfish. Oh, I better go put these coins away where they belong. So, 7 pounds of coins scattered around the scene. One of them with blood on it. Only one. The fact that there's only one covered in blood is very interesting. They have to be related to the case. I feel like if you had something that weighed 7 pounds drop on your head, such as a treasure chest, you would pretty obviously die. Especially if it was dropped from a height. I mean, if you look at where the hooks come from, that's pretty darn high up. I wonder how the blood got on that one coin. Wait a minute. Could it be? Remember how Detective Wright said that they couldn't find a murder weapon? Well, what if these coins were the weapon? Phoenix, you stole my line. I said that earlier. Huh? How could a little coin kill a grown man? From the coin gun. Well, one coin by itself isn't much of a threat, but 300 coins could definitely be used as a weapon. All you'd have to do is waste them. No, put them in a bag, I suppose. Put 7 pounds of coins in a bag and swung it at somebody. It would make a pretty formidable blunt instrument, wouldn't it? It would explain how blood got on this coin. Oh, I get it. That bag of coins is the weapon, and we can use it to prove Orla's innocence. I said treasure chest earlier, but a bag works too. I don't see anything resembling a coin bag around here. Maybe the killer took it with them. Yeah, it would certainly make it look like Orla did it if they did. You know what I think, Mr. Wright? That bloody coin alone should be enough to prove this might have been a murder. I agree. It shows the possibility of a human killer rather than Orla. Yes! This is just what we needed. Let's go show this coin to Detective Wright and Mr. Plume right away. Good idea. Let's hope they're still at the Pub O' Danger. Pub O' Danger. Seems like a nice place to have a drink. Oh, you're back. So, did you find anything? course he didn't. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Remember, even if you don't succeed, it's the effort you make that's important. Trying to console me. Let's show them the evidence we found. The one that points to a human culprit. Right, because we won't let Orla be put down. Well, I mean to present it to Fulbright, but I'm guessing it works on you too. Please take a look at this blood-stained coin. Eee! Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood? Oh, she doesn't have to get so worked up. What are you terrorizing this lady with? Come on now, let's see it. Ooh, a coin, ooh. We found this coin beside the orchid pool. We did see a large number of coins beside the pool, but not one with blood on it. We just learned that there's 300 of these, weighing about 7 pounds altogether. Now, what do you suppose would happen if a person was assaulted with that many coins? What? So you're saying the coins might have been used like some kind of blunt weapon? If the blood belongs to the victim, then yes, it's entirely possible. But I wouldn't call it decisive proof that the real culprit was human. You wouldn't? Why not? Ah yes, Orla could clearly, keep the bag in her mouth and swing it at him that way, obviously. Come on, dude. There had to be something to put the coins in to make them into a weapon. Without that something, it's just not going to be enough to pass muster. But I will say that your theory does seem to warrant further investigation. I'll call the prosecutor's office and ask to reinvestigate from a possible criminal angle. You will? Thank you very much. I really hope Detective Fulbright can convince them. The irony that we know the truth about Fulbright and Athena's working with him. You won't believe the answer I got. When I explained your passion for this case in the police's investigation, they said that the prosecutor I mentioned earlier will be willing to take this to court. Oh, really? So does that mean a new suspect has emerged? No, I'm afraid not. To be frank, Prosecutor Blackwell said he just wants to prove that Orca's guilt in court. Oh my god, it's Blackwell. I guess I wouldn't have it any other way. What? It's Prosecutor Blackwell that wants to prosecute Orla? That's fine, Detective. Thanks for arranging this for us. Well, I must say that you're taking this rather calmly. The question is how are we going to get Orla on the witness stand? Because obviously we're going to do that. Defending Orla in court was my idea from the start. And I'll do whatever it takes to save her. In that case, I'll do whatever I can as well to see that justice is served. Mr. Bloom, will you be a witness for the prosecution? A trial for a killer whale? I've never heard of such recklessness before in my life. But I will reveal the truth about this killer whale, and then write all about it. Sounds like a plan. Now, if you'll just come along with me. We have to prepare for tomorrow. I still have to arrange for an autopsy. Oh, I look forward to tomorrow. Until then, blue lawyer and yellow fan. Pew. I am not a fan. At least we managed to get case go to trial. I like the Bloom style. How in the world do we defend an orca in court anyway? To be honest, I'm not really sure myself. Plus, Mr. Plume said Orla bit the victim. This trial sure isn't going to be easy. I love a challenge. We ought to be just fine. Guess I should go over to that Swashbuckler Spectacular you were watching this morning. Yeah, we can have a formal viewing back at the office. There's nothing decisive against Orla in the security tape, but that doesn't mean much. I'll just have to find a more concrete way to save Orla at tomorrow's trial, or else... be continued. Alright, is it trial time? Oh, I didn't mean to not save the game. July 21st, 9:21 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Let me save real quick. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see. I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped. And I just splashed my face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes. Oh, I also queued the Swashbuckler video so we can watch it anytime. TV recording of a performance featuring Orla, Sasha, and Jack Shipley's Pirates. Thanks, just might help our case. Can I watch it right now? Oh shit, it's the anime. Look at him go. There's Orla.
Captain Orla! He made it just in time!
Oh my god. Alright, they both fall in the water. And then they do that song.
Pirates, we love to sail the 7 seas. Just a bunch of scallywags who are as free can be. We swim through storms and waves, all because you see grand treasure and adventures waiting just for me.
Sasha has a nice singing voice. Money, money. What up? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you here. Love you and your emote entrances. The Orca pool diagram. Here's what we're working with. We have my attorney's badge, of course. Wire. Captain Orla has a new rival, featuring the dashing red stash, fluttering red scarf. Will obtain the gold coins hidden in the skull rock. He's got his red scarf here. There's the map. Whistle. Security footage. Interesting. So there's the plume. But really not much else is super clear. It's in black and white too, which does not help. It's uncertain what the black smoke looking thing is in the water. Could be blood, but Jack Shipley's body isn't visible. A fish. Walkie-talkie shaped like a sword. Pearls' calendar. Meet with the captain at the Orca pool at 7 a.m. Right, so it actually belongs to Rhymes. Bloodstained coin and the video. Oops, I did not need to watch it. Okay. We'll have plenty of times to watch it later, I'm sure. By the way, you have some serious dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this? What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up. I get ragged on enough as it is by Prosecutor Blackwell. No need to lie, Athena. We all know you love this shit. Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. That explains why your hair is spikier than usual. I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing. Oh, is it? That was a compliment, right? Look, Phoenix, I'm pretty sure you take pride in the spikiness of your hair. Oh my god, Pearl. Hello. Good luck, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery. Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long. Actually, a little nervous. What the? Everyone's here. Yo, good morning, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, Mr. Rhymes. You came to watch the trial? Yeah. Sasha's back at the aquarium with the orca. So I thought I'd better come here to watch for her. Don't you worry. We're gonna win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss? Right. One unprecedented trial coming right up. Out of our current cast so far, I'm struggling to find possible suspect or a motive, really. Guess that will be revealed later on. Court is now in session. All rise. Hey, Judge Blackwell. My old friends. Court is now in session for the trial of Orla? No, Orla Shipley. Well, typo. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Must we waste words on this? Prosecutor Simon Blackwell, known as the Twisted Samurai. He's a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal hawk Taka by his side. Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow. Thank you, Your Honor. And you look young as ever yourself. Ha ha ha. Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet? Surely you jest your baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Orla Shipley, is an orca at Ship Aquarium. An orca? Feels good to be back in court. That's something I would never say in real life. Arrangements for this trial were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca as a defendant? It's patently absurd. Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place. Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client. Your duty to defend your crying ant? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Wright? Damn, Judge, you got the whole squad laughing. If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Well, let's state your name and occupation, please. Every soul, be it man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether that soul is painted in black or white. Take Taka, for example. He is as human in spirit as you or I. Ah. Real question is, am I in for more pain, as always? Orca or not. Oh, I used my Blackwell voice for some reason. Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant. And I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Ahem. Now then, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement, if you would. I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well, listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of Ship Aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died. This is a sadistic orca. Oh, what a chilling thought. And where exactly is this defendant now? Inside this. Yeah, they stuffed her in there. Well, a cell phone, Prosecutor Blackwell? Time marches on, your baldness. With or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the orca. A TV phone? I never heard of such things. A TV phone? Oh, very well. The court accepts it into evidence. Cell phone used by ship-shape aquarium staff. The model can connect to TVs. Used to conduct teleconferencing. I guess I've never heard the name TV phone. I'm sure the technology existed. We will be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor. Wright, prepare for transmission. Ha ha ha! You've got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. Shit, Orla on the big screen. We'll proceed with the defendant on telecast. So that is the orca that stands accused, is it? Oh, she can talk. Oh, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on? Orla, wish Phoenix and Athena luck. Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man? That's really pouring on the charm, huh? She's far from cute. She's a violent, reckless animal. That's right. The name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene. Following the report of an orca attack, we, the police, raced on over to Ship-Shape Aquarium. There, we found a guest who says she saw the orca, the victim from the visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly... Holy shit, Moonlit Soju. Thank you so much for the raid. How have you been? Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, everyone. The name's Diihaa. I stream games, clearly. Playing some Ace Attorney right now. Dual Destinies, the DLC case. Hope you're all having a good night. See, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there, therefore, no one else could have committed the crime. Finished the new Yakuza game? Oh shit. I need to get into the Yakuza series more. I only played Zero, but I mean I really liked Zero. So really, what's my excuse? It's not quite finished. But I have a portion of the autopsy report here. Are they really accusing an orca? Yes, they are. And I'm really defending an orca. Autopsy report. Instant death from a brain contusion. There are signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. All over. Interesting. Yeah, it's awesome you like Ace Attorney, Moonlit. I've been really liking the series so far. Oh, sure thing, Moonlit. Can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature. But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your baldness. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness, Wright. You got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. In justice we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak, coming right up. Even in the courtroom, her scarf defies gravity. I wish I could do that. How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well? I am Norma de Plume, and I'm a non-fiction writer. Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here? It looks like she can read into people's words just as well as can read into people's hearts. Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena. What? Norma de Plume? The great non-fiction writer? Miss Norma de Plume herself? Oh wow, we have an actual fan here. I've read all your works and enjoyed them immensely. Your million seller, The Great Grief of the Great Thief, is one of my favorites. That is a great title. Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you'd like. Wait a second. I could swear you looked much different in the photos in your book. Well, I used the ones from 10 years ago in my books so that the paparazzi will harass me. The judge seemed so shocked. Visual disconnect must really be doing a number on His Honor's head. Can we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my books. Such harsh comments. You really must be the real Norma de Plume. Who knew Miss de Plume was so famous? Damn, Phoenix has been living under a rock. Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw and keep it brief. I would thank you not order me around. I'm perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder. Very well then, please proceed with your testimony. Alright. Moment of the murder. I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite into the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately. Do we even have bite marks in the autopsy? Autopsy, only signs of blunt force trauma, nothing piercing. Though I will admit, he was wearing clothes, so it's kind of hard. Actually, no, you can see his coat is ripped on the left side. Near his back. Unsure if that's from... Okay, that could be from a bite, I suppose. Seems a bit small for a killer whale, though. Horrible defendant really did all that? Must be much more vicious than it looks. Now, deliver your judgment so that I may carry out the sentence.
Objection!
The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's all right. Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
Hold it!
The defense always has the right to cross-examine the witness, you know? Fellow inmates told me just this morning. If you want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness. Let me guess. You're convicted for contract fraud, right? Yes. All we need in this case is the evidence and a witness to convict. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Looks like I guessed right. Sorry, but as Miss Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I shall relish the sight of you thrashing around in vain. Oh, violent, Blackwell. Alright, well, time to do our patented pressing technique.
Hold it!
Why did you want to see the orca? Well, it is the featured attraction of the aquarium, after all. Why waste energy on such tripe? There is but one attraction in Ship Aquarium that is worth anyone's time. And that is the penguins. Isn't that right, Taka, my friend? Yeah, Blackwell's absolutely correct in that. Penguins are always the main attraction of every aquarium. I love penguins. Alrighty then, I guess Prosecutor Blackwell is for the birds. Guess I should jot that down. Note to self. Prosecutor Blackwell is on Team Rifle. So you went to see the orca in its tank? Yes, that's right. It suddenly went crazy. That's odd. The orca suddenly went crazy, did she? Yes, it took a look at me, and then all at once it started going berserk. Did you do anything to make her angry? I did nothing more than simply glare at it from the visitor's corridor. It was one nasty glare. She glared at Orla, and that's what caused her to go berserk.
Objection!
The reason the defendant went mad is not the issue here. Only what she did once she entered that state. In any case, the killer whale began behaving wildly in front of my very eyes, and then I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death. Okay.
Hold it!
So you're saying you saw the very moment of the victim's death? That is exactly what I'm saying. Oh, it was simply dreadful. It was as frightening as losing one's manuscript just before a deadline. I suppose for a writer, that would be pretty terrifying. I witnessed the killer whale's horrific act, and I knew I had to do something, so I need to remain calm. You reported the police. Why were the police the first ones you contacted? I was afraid if I told the aquarium staff, they might try to cover this up. Of course, I immediately told the aquarium security after my call to the police. I believe I deserve praise for my swift decision-making skills under pressure. Mr. Plume is the most assertive witness I've ever seen. Better do our best to look like big shot lawyers if we want to match your intensity. Mr. Plume, I praise your swift decision-making skills under pressure. That was more kiss-up than big shot. I suppose it was unrealistic to expect a big shot from Mr. Wright. Well, fitting for small fry to praise a big shot. How about cutting this small fry some slack, you big meanies? The important thing here is, did she really see the moment of the murder? Yeah, I think it's more likely that the captain was already dead at that point. You're raring to go, aren't you, Mr. Wright? I can see it in your eyes. And in your heart. Yes, I really am a lawyer at heart. So, we have times, right? Not here. So, footage is at 10:09, which is presumably what the witness claims to be the time of death. However, actually, where is... Estimated time of death under investigation. I feel like it's odd for her to be at the aquarium so early, too. 9 minutes after opening? Saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Well, I mean, you don't even see the victim in the photo. Never mind. Did I even present the right thing? Pretty sure I presented this. Okay, never mind. You were watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor. So if you look at the footage here. Huh. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe look at the ladder to orient ourselves. Can't see the ladder from here. I don't think that matters right now. I'm gonna try to present it again, I guess. Oh, it's probably the autopsy, right? How silly of me. Instant death from a brain contusion, yeah. It's not a bite to death.
Objection!
It would seem that you are mistaken, Mr. Plume. I beg your pardon? The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be the result of an orca attack. But the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bitten. What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten. I don't believe that can be true. Security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Objection!
Okay, I literally presented that and it was still wrong. Oh well, Ace Attorney be Ace Attorney sometimes. Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back. Oh, what did you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share? But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small part. Huh? Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave to you for safekeeping. What the? Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright in Blackwell's book. Look at Taka. Pleased with his new home. Very well, let's view the footage. Is that not her, Judge? You don't have any hair to cushion your precious scalp. Oh. That's new. What's this? The orca's biting the victim. No way! I have to say that this appears to be very damning evidence. This is no good. No! I can't believe Orla really bit him! And there is more. Look at this. Well, the bites didn't pierce his like inner clothing. It only pierced his jacket. The photograph was taken while the body was being examined. Oh, there is a bruise. There seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist. Had the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks on the victim's clothes? Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did, in fact, bite the victim. This ain't good, folks. This ain't good. I told you so. And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth.
Objection!
She was trying to save him. However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma.
Objection!
You're much too impetuous, Wright, Dono. Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that. What explanation is there for what the witness saw? The witness. Ah, yes. We want to see the witness. My goodness. What did he say? Did I not say in the beginning the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly? Sure, buddy. After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey. Mr. Wright, the hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear. Fear of Orla. No. Orla's a sweet baby. How could anyone feel this way? So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him. If that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, you have a sound theory to give to this court? I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white. Well, Orla is black and white. Body, I mean. You know, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell. This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, word mistress. Word mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim. Oh, I see what you're driving at. So that was the true moment of the murder, was it? Now, explain it in a way that even these simpletons can understand. There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever. I don't mind telling my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him. Headbutting, huh? Oh, that's right. It ran the victim over and over again. Recall that the autopsy report stated that there were bruises all over his body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey. And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage, don't forget. I don't know. Is that really all blood? Something very important it does not show. The body. Now do you see what a menace this killer whale is?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something. You'll note that the something is not the victim. Oh, what? Oh no. I want to look away, but I can't. Oh, Phoenix. You perv. Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you? What? Oh, well, I suppose not. Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant? Let's see. Oh, I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view. So are you admitting that you couldn't see the victim? Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock. Behind the skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. Ah, excuse me. What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim?
Objection!
But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture.
Objection!
Must I do everything around here? How dare you speak so rudely to me? There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior. Oh! 1 year ago. That's right. Yes, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim. Need some water. We stay hydrated in the stream. I'm gonna clear my nose a bit too. Sorry for the wait. Okay, we're good. I'm sorry, but could someone explain exactly what happened a year ago? If you must know, a very similar incident occurred only last year, in which the defendant murdered her trainer. Oh. What? The orca murdered her trainer, you say? What? Is this really true? Oh, this is not looking good for us. It's all in this book. But book? Killer Whale. That's Mr. Plume's latest work. I was just thinking of picking that up. Non-fiction book by Norma de Plume. It's about the case from last year. Oh, now we have a potential motive from someone. What if de Plume orchestrated this whole thing to write another book, a sequel that will sell gangbusters? You know, another New York Times bestseller. Does that really mean anything nowadays for books? I feel like half of all books that you see on shelves are all New York Times bestsellers. But yeah, maybe she killed, or she's trying to orchestrate another story. She's trying to fabricate another murder so she can write about it. Oh, ooh. Oh my god. Why does she have to die? Whew. Oh. I'm looking very respectfully. Eesh, that tummy. Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of a show. The orca headbutted and bit the victim. Same thing she's accused of in this case. Boy, please, at the kids show? Why are you blaming me? Blame the costume designers. What up, Zywolf? Hope you've been doing good. No, now everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it. You're doing so well, but now... This music, I don't think it appears in the game anywhere else. Now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. I don't want to think that she did it. It's hard to keep on believing. It's somebody who can't even tell me her side. Phoenix, Athena, you gotta believe in Orla. There's no way she killed anybody. You gotta save her. Please, I'm begging you. So they didn't put her down for last time? They gave her a second chance? Sasha. What am I doing, doubting my client like this? This is the time to be strong. I believe in Orla, and I'm ready to fight for our clients. I'll take everybody in this courtroom on if I have to. Oh shit, Athena's ready to throw hands. Honestly, I think she'd win. Don't you worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. We are Orla's lawyers. Who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her now. One instant there, you were afraid of the orca, weren't you, Wright, Donal? When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me. Well, I mean, not out of fear, that's for sure. Whew. That fell right through me. It's obvious you have neither the guts nor the determination to defend the orca. It's true that Orla can't speak, and I don't know her thoughts. There's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all her heart. I respect the trust that she has in Orla, so I'm willing to believe in Orla too. What do you know about orcas? Nothing. That's what. So, allow me to fill you in. Do you have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales. So killer whales really are killers. What terrifying creatures indeed. I can't bear to hear any more of such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your baldness? No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. Won't give up that easily, you know. But you don't know when to give up, do you? Very well. I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness, spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them. But of course, that is what I do after all. Prosecutor Blackwell, what will you have the witness testify about? I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard. What she heard? What if Norma orchestrated this one too? It's possible. Does the past victim even have a name? No. Oh, I want to look at how, I wanted to look at how old Phoenix is. He's not even here. He's like 32 or something, right? Early 30s, probably. She heard? Very well. Mr. Plume, please tell the court what you saw and what you heard. Here we go. The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and the victim came floating up, I let out a scream. So the orca displayed the same behavior as the incident a year ago. That's right, and those weren't just simple cries. It was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. It kept headbutting while it sang the swashbuckler spectacular song. And that's right, it was singing the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing while it was headbutting. Oh, it was perfectly horrible. I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take apart her statements with evidence alone. Mr. Wright, now would be a good time for me to put my skills to work. Oh, here we go, everyone's favorite minigame. It's times like these where I wish Apollo was here, so we could have his minigame instead. It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do. You seem pretty confident. Let me guess, you noticed a contradiction between the testimony and our emotions. You bet I did, and once we expose it, we might just be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Make it, we'll definitely be able to. Let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try. You got it, boss. Complete analysis of Mr. Plume's heart coming right up. Here we go. Apollo's power be there. Apollo looks respectfully as his superpower. Killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the whale suddenly started singing. Okay, she's scared here. Sad, even. That's strange. So this implies that the body was already inside the rock or something. Maybe corpse was... Yeah, the corpse is already inside the pool. Inside that skull rock. You see any emotions that seem odd or out of place? Pay attention to not only which emotions you see, but how strong they are too. Okay, yeah, I wasn't really paying too much attention to that. I was looking at the pictures. Alright. I'll let out a scream. Hmm. None of these seem... particularly out of place. Oh. Why are you less sad when you literally saw a body? That's strange. Let's pinpoint this. No? Oh, at least there is no penalty. How about this one? If this isn't uncharacteristically low in the sadness category, maybe this is uncharacteristically high. There we go. Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she? Because she said she was calm? Oh, right. I forgot about that. Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale. It must have been something else that scared her then, boss. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while I was doing that. It sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see? It's practically turning into a counseling session. I saw something? Oh, I remember now. Okay, good. Now, if you could please tell the court what you saw. I saw bright red blood. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood. Okay, so we already knew this from this photo. What? Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew that the killer whale had killed a person for a second time. Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Yet this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood. So her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? That could certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please take a look at this blood-stained coin. Eek! Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood? Ugh, she doesn't have to get so worked up. I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. Man, what kind of interview was that where you were injured like that? The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. This is a bad turn. Mr. Plume saw blood. Does that mean Orla really did attack the victim? It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, Ms. Wright Dono? Thoroughly rammed. Blackwell. We're in court. Save those comments for the bedroom. What will we do now, boss? Our testimony was not at all what I expected to hear. Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Mr. Plume's heart. What? You mean there's more? Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging. Ugh. Is there even anything left out of our case to damage? Oh, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Dina, you believe in Orla, right? Though, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth. Yeah, you're right. I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is. So, let's delve a little deeper. You've got it, boss. Let's see. After it started happening, I saw that awful blood and was terrified. Pirate head and victim came floating up. I let out a scream. This might be odd. Why isn't she surprised that the behavior is exactly the same as a year ago?
Got it.
Okay, maybe that's not the right time for that. Maybe now we pinpoint that she's less sad?
Got it.
Well, fear appears the lesson here of this statement. So I was right. I just needed to do the other one first. Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him? My, that's a very good question. Taken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear. Disappear? Why do you suppose that was? Simple. It was because of the pirate hat. After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared. How does that make sense?
Objection!
And how exactly does that work? How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy. Wait a minute. From whom was this blood that Mr. Plume saw actually coming from? Actually coming from? Orla's, then. And if she was ramming her head over and over, then it makes sense that she was bleeding. And then if she put the hat on, then that would stem the bleeding.
Take that!
Consider this. Maybe the one who is bleeding wasn't the victim. I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in the pool besides the victim. Oh, I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool, after all. What? Then where is this alleged injury on the defendant? I'm not sure, but if simply wearing a pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head. What? But please don't flash us. The orca's head. What are you prattling on about now? Please think about it again, Mr. Plume. Think back to what you saw. That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim after all. She's got a hat now. Great. 0% noise. Bye-bye. We did it! Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her. That was a huge help, Athena. It's also pretty dicey for a while, though. Well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim's. That is correct, and since there was no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. that what Mr. Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims.
Objection!
I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it's far too dull to cut to the bone. Blade, it did not cut deep enough. Meaning? I granted that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility. Well, he has a point there. If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder. There must be something. Think, Phoenix. I'm correct, and the victim's death occurred before De Plume saw it? Obviously. If the victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting, then that would mean he died sometime before Mr. Plume was watching her. The events Mr. Plume witnessed took place at around 10:10 a.m. Must have something he can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m. Meet the captain at the Orca Pool at 7 a.m. Might be it.
Take that!
Oh, never mind. Is it the swashbuckler video? Sorry, one moment. Okay. Or 10:10. It's just the security footage. I mean, it's 1 minute before. I feel like this happens way too early. Or way too late, rather. Only 1 minute before 10:10. Beats this.
Take that!
Never mind. Holy shit, I'm terrible at this game. I'm gonna save before I fuck up again. Okay. Am I dumb? We did present this. I'm not going crazy, right? This seems so obvious to me. Security footage is all we have.
Take that!
Only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10 a.m. Oh. Oh yeah, obviously, yeah, we can just roll back the tape even more. Which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check. Your Honor, I request that all the security footage be played for the court. All the footage? Mr. Bloom witnessed a cloud of blood at around 10:10 a.m. I believe the victim was already dead by the time. So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Bloom arrived? Exactly. The security camera footage starts at 10 a.m. when the aquarium opened. And I believe that there is vital evidence in the 10 minutes before. You're quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on these mere 10 minutes? Bet on slimmer checks before. I can read. I swear I'm not dyslexic, guys. I'm just tired. I've bet on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way.
Hold it!
My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackwell, so I suggest that you get ready to eat humble pie. Uh-oh. Can't back down now. At least someone's on my side. Well, the defense is that confident in its importance. Prosecutor Blackwell, the security footage. Ooh, right. Roger. I have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well. Please play it for the court. Please, please have something for me. This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. The witness can be seen here. All right. I'll just bring back the footage. Up to the beginning now. It appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet at this point. Anything sus? We need more. Is that it? Yep, that's all the footage there is. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for? We got nothing. Well, right, Dono. Those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Do you see anything of significance? See something important? Think about this carefully. No, there's no way. We see nothing important. You can see nothing of importance in that footage. Just as I thought. Ha ha ha. You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. Doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence.
Objection!
No? It's just the opposite. Huh? What do you mean by that? In this 10 minutes of footage, something important that should be there isn't there. The body sinking to the bottom. If Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence. What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice? This important thing that you say should be in the footage but isn't. Body?
Take that!
The important thing we should see in this footage is the victim itself, Jack Shipley. I'm a genius. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage. Oh! Ah, that's right! If the victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage, it means that he must have been there by the Skull Rock during those 10 minutes. No human being can hold their breath underwater for that long. Wait a minute. Are you saying that Jack Shipley can breathe underwater for 10 minutes? No. When the security camera started up at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead. What? Order in the court. If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered? I don't know, Your Honor, but we now know it had to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. But there was someone else who could have killed this victim. Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been a human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well. Do you now? I'll be very interested in seeing this evidence. The defense's trump card. A thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so far as to call it evidence, but it's the time. Now it's the time to play it. Very well, Mr. Wright, please submit your evidence. My badge? No, it is the coin.
Take that!
What's this? A coin? Yes, a fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. This coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon. This tiny little coin is the murder weapon? Mr. Wright, this is another one of your bluffs. As they say, the bull of the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins altogether, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happens to have blood on it. Do you have the blood analyzed to see whose it is? Not yet. There were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So, to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool. One of them with a blood stain. think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the victim was killed beside the pool. Side of the pool? But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it. I realize you are trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once? Funny invention called the bag. So where's this bag the coins were in? Unfortunately, Your Honor, we covered nothing of the sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took it with them. Took it? The culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They even threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. And then they left, taking the bag the coins were in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to a human culprit to pin the blame on Orla. That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator. Yeah, somehow. Let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't said anything. Possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendant has now been suggested. If we hold this possibility to be true, then what did Mr. Bloom witness? That's right. I saw the killer whale attack the victim. Just like it did a year ago, singing a song. I guess there still is that. Even with somebody else as the culprit, all this behavior still seems pretty bizarre. I wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago. Are they really that bizarre? What do you mean? To explain the inexplicable, all we have to do is turn our thinking around. Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me. I'm gonna give the old turn my thinking around method a try. Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same thing she did a year ago, consider the results that were produced by her behavior this time around. The real culprit wanted to shift his suspicion to Orla. We gotta make Orla suspicious. Mr. Wright, as our lawyer, how do you explain your client's actions? I believe we should think of it in this way, Your Honor. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on the case? Very well. Why don't you explain it for the court? They created a witness in De Plume. Miss De Plume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard a song. The orca's act of singing a song created a witness. Created a witness? Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's true intention? After all, Miss De Plume witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something over and over, and she saw the orca bite the victim. Maybe they controlled Orla using the whistle. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real culprit's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim. Are you saying that the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator? Okay, maybe my initial theory about De Plume being the culprit is a bit far-fetched at this point, but hey, I guess the possibility is still not zero. Exactly. And that would explain Orla's actions perfectly. But the defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her? Oh yes. Yes, there is a way to manipulate Orla's behavior with this.
Take that!
Is this a whistle? Yes, Your Honor. Trainers at the aquarium use whistles to issue commands to Orla. But in truth, anyone can do it, provided they know the right signals. Ah, that must be how they get Orla to do tricks for the pirate shows. The true culprit hid the body in a spot that couldn't be seen from the visitor's corridor. Then, when Mr. Plume appeared, they gave Orla the commands. In other words, Orla was manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks. What? And as for you, Mr. Plume, you were manipulated by the true culprit to play a part of the witness. Noble de Plume was set up. I, Noble de Plume, writer extraordinaire. Why are you zoomed in like that? I don't like that. No. No! Oh, my God. Oh, please keep your jacket on. Holy shit. Mr. Plume, please do something about your attire. Oh, that was one wardrobe malfunction I did not want to see. I did not expect a breakdown scene of a witness. Of the first witness. Even. It would appear that we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla. Prosecutor Blackwell, please have the bloodstained coin analyzed. You waste your breath. I guess even Prosecutor Blackwell can't refute the possibility of a human suspect. You did it, boss. The crime happened beside the pool. There's no way an orca could have done it. Now, if only we could find the bag the coins were in. In light of the new discovery, it would appear the orca couldn't have done it. Exactly, Your Honor. The blood on the coin proves to be that of the victim. We can unequivocally return Orla's accusation.
Objection!
Oh no. Overturn the defendant's accusation? I think not. No, my hair. My hair. My beautiful hair. Yesterday, a new inmate was brought into the prison. He said, the moment you relax is when you're the most vulnerable. And what did this man go in for? He's merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and then. But Wright Dono here would be easier to hook than any fish. Ooh, got him. That fox sure does love the judge's head. What's this? One from before and some sort of bag? A blood-stained bag. I don't think I'm gonna like this. This is the coin bag the 300 coins were in. I believe you were looking for this. How did you get that? I never said we didn't find it at the crime scene. The bag had blood on it, so naturally I had it sent to the crime lab. And of course you never mentioned it because you knew that piece of evidence would immediately relieve suspicion off of Orla. You bastard. And does the blood belong to the victim? It does indeed. As does the blood on the coin. I knew it. So the blood on the coin did belong to the victim. The bag was open and the coins had all spilled out. The bag alone wasn't proof enough to say that it was used as a murder weapon. However, thanks to the defense and their coin, I am more than satisfied that it was. Are you conceding that the true culprit committed the murder with a bag of coins? I shall concede that the victim was put into the pool after his death. However, even with the bag, doesn't change the fact that it was the orca that killed the victim. What? How can you still suspect Orla? He said that the true culprit manipulated Orla's behavior, but Orla is the kind of orca who would let someone control her. If anything, Orla used the victim's behavior against him to murder him. What? But... Are you arguing that the orca manipulated a human being? How? To prove it, I have summoned another witness. Marlon Rhymes. Take the stand. Marlon Rhymes? Is a witness? Oh boy. Oh, don't just stand there. State your name. I told you I didn't want to be a witness. I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt. But apparently Wright don't know won't be satisfied until every stone is turned. Oh, son of a... Alright, fine. If we gotta talk, then let's get this over with. Mr. Rhymes doesn't seem like a willing witness. I wonder what Prosecutor Blackwell's gonna testify about. So could we have your name and occupation for the record, witness? Oh, here we go. Ahoy, yo! Yo ho ho! People of the law, time to testify. Chilling my crew at the ship shape. Orcas, penguins, and a seascape. Feeding and feeding. There ain't no end. But them bratty kids' tours, I shall transcend. Noob animal keeper from the house of the rhymes. I'm the master keeper. Marlon with the rhymes. Oh my. I'm afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Is that flip-flop music young people nowadays like? Judge, you are more of a fossil than I thought. So close, Your Honor. So close. And yet so far. Please proceed with your testimony, witness, without the flip-flop. Okay, fine. But I didn't want to do this, I tell you. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. Really? Selling Sasha out, huh? Well, we'll hear the dude sell Sasha out in the next Ace Attorney stream. So, let us save here. And end things there. Thank you all very much for tuning in, watching. Thank you once again for the raid. Moonlit Soju, really appreciate that. Speaking of raid, maybe we can try to find someone to raid with my loyal viewers. Who is still streaming at this time? Not many. Not many that I'm following, that is. Alrighty then. No raid tonight then. Alright, so my next stream will be on Tuesday, because I got some visitors on the weekend and I need to keep them entertained. And yeah, so stay patient. We'll be back eventually. We'll be playing some Persona. So please look forward to it. Until then, take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your night. Stay safe and be well. I'll see you later. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Zaya. I'll see you later too. just go forward one dialogue box to play music. There we go.